everybody, today's video is going to be my updated titty talk, or my boob job vlog journey update. So I thought it would be easiest to film this in a sports bra just so that you can see what they look like and it's not like a 2-second clip of, oh, did they look like this? I don't know what they look like. So you can just see what they look like. So it's been about a month, just over a month since my surgery, and my boobs are still sitting really high. You can see there's a lot of fullness to the top, and when you pull the strap aside, like you can still see it's quite rounded near the top. The last time that I spoke to you was just after my, I think it was a 9-day or like 1-week checkup. I've gone to a checkup since then. It was like the 1-month checkup, and they gave me a little compression strap thing, and I was assuming that they would give me this just because my boobs are sitting quite high. And to be honest, I really don't mind that they're sitting high because in normal clothes, like, it looks like I'm wearing a push-up bra, and even then I'd rather them sitting high than like sagging down low and making my torso look even shorter, so I don't mind that they're sitting quite high for the time being. And I mean, they're a month and a bit out, like lots of the time that's what's gonna happen. Anyways, they gave me this really big white band, and what I've been doing is, has Velcro on one end, and you wrap it around yourself like this, and then one side goes down like this, the other side goes down like this, and it just essentially pushes down on your boobs. So when you see it sideways, you can see that the elastic part is pushing down, just trying to lower my boobs so they're not like up in my throat all the time. So I hate how it has that big flap. I could probably cut it off, but I've just been tucking it underneath and in here. So that is what I have been doing when I'm at home, and since I work from home it's really easy. But even then, I find that I can get away with wearing this out with a sweater because it is winter here in Australia. It's really simple to hide something like this. So I do try and wear it as often as possible. So I wanted to talk a little bit about bras. Right after my surgery, you guys probably noticed that they gave me that really ugly as sin sports bra, and it was kind of like, I guess it was more of like a maternity slash sports bra. It had a really thick band underneath, it was black, and it had two like triangle boob holders. If that's boob cups, I guess that's the proper terminology for it. Anyway, I wore that pretty much 24/7 for the first 3 weeks. I didn't take it off unless I showered, and I did chuck it in the wash, but when it was in the wash, I still put on a sports bra. I didn't want to wear an actual sports bra because I didn't know if I was supposed to or not, but when I went in for my 3-week update, they said that it was no problem to wear a sports bra as long as it gave me enough support and as long as it didn't have underwire, because since I did get my incision underneath my boob, you're not allowed to wear underwire for, I believe, it's like the first 6 weeks or a little bit longer. Pretty much they tell you when you can start wearing underwire again. I thought it was really funny when I went bra shopping because I haven't been sized yet, so I wasn't exactly sure what size I was, although I knew I obviously was bigger than a small. Usually I used to walk in and go, oh, just give me the smallest size, and now it was like, whoa, okay, let's reevaluate. So with shopping for sports bras, I ended up getting a large size, and it seems to fit quite well. Still is a bit of stretch room and a little bit of band room underneath, but it was still a snug fit and it kept my boobs in place. I picked up 3 different sports bras. I got a pack of 2 from Kmart, and this is one of them. It's just black, it has a little bit of ruching down the middle, and it kind of just holds them right in place, doesn't move very much, and it has the lightest little bit of padding just over like the nipple part so you don't nip out or anything. The second sports bra that I got was on sale at Cotton On, and it looks like this. It's just bright pink. I just thought it was awesome, and it does up in the back. And I just thought it was so funny that I'm a large in a sports bra. Like, I know some people are like, yeah, whatever, you're a large, but like, that's just weird to me. I've never ever been a large in a top before, so that was kind of a new adventure for me. So yeah, that's what it looks like, and as you can see, this one as well has a little bit of ruching on the inside. I don't know if you can see it that well on camera, but right down the middle, so it does kind of keep one boob in one side, one boob in the other. The only thing that the doctor did say to watch out for in a sports bra is that it didn't push my boobs in this way too much, because obviously I still have a decent, cleavage gap, but I don't want them to be pushed together 24/7 just because that's just how they'll settle if they stay like that all the time. So I did have to make sure that I found something that was comfortably just keeping them in the place that they already are. While I was in Kmart, I wanted to look for a bra that didn't have any underwire, that was more of just a regular type bra, only for when I go out or if I'm filming. It's really hard to wear clothes that accommodate these really thick straps all the time. Like, I've been wearing a lot of t-shirts lately, so I mean, you can't see the thick straps, but if I wear a dress or if I wear something that's a little bit fancier, it's a little bit harder to hide. So when I went into Kmart, I was looking for non-underwire bras, and the only ones that I could find were in the maternity section. So Say hello to my maternity bra. It's more of a just nude plain bra, absolutely no underwear, soft cups, no padding, and I did buy this in a 10D, and I did guess my size. I kind of just worked with what I thought I had. I haven't been properly sized for a bra yet, only because my boobs are sitting so high still. Essentially, if you look at me profile, when you see the boob, it's round from the top to bottom, and when they settle, it'll be more of a slope on the top and the fullness will be at the bottom of the breast. And that's when you can go get sized, because obviously if you have a cup, so you have a proper structured cup with an underwire, if the boob's sitting all up at the top of the cup, I don't know if you can see, but if it's sitting all up the top of the cup and not at the bottom of the cup, you're not going to get the right sizing. So I've been told to wait to purchase any nice bras or any underwire bras and wait to get sized, essentially. So I thought that I would be this. I'm pretty sure that I will be a D cup when I do get sized, and I was previously a 10 band size, so it was easy to find that. I'm now able to sleep on my stomach, although it is a little bit uncomfortable. Other friends that have got their boobs done have said that they didn't sleep on their stomach for up to 6 months or even up to a year. I was a stomach sleeper before my surgery, and I found it very difficult to sleep on my back after surgery. I mean, I'm a good sleeper, but it was just uncomfortable to get used to. I do sleep on my back more often than not now, just out of ease and comfort. Sleeping on my side is totally fine, and I still get a kick out of the fact that I have cleavage when I'm like on my side. I don't know, it's just exciting. First time that I tried sleeping on my stomach, my boobs felt like they were enormous. Like, it felt like my stomach couldn't even touch a mattress. It was like my chest was propping myself up. It was the weirdest feeling and really uncomfortable at first, but I've kind of gotten used to it over the last little while. And if I do go on my stomach, it's usually only like in the middle of the night when I'm already really tired and I can't notice that it's a bit uncomfortable. Other than that, it's pretty much just been day by day, they're getting softer. I mean, I can squish them, I can do this, I can push them in, I can pull them out, I can push them up. It doesn't hurt. I don't feel any type of pain when I do that. I will say, if I try to do anything upper body wise, like if I tried to do a push-up, I would fail. It would really, really hurt, and it would make my boobs feel uncomfortable. Last night, I actually got vlog footage from this, but I went to the, when I used to do pole dancing, there's pole dancing like final end of term performances, and I went and watched a bunch of girls do their end of term performances, and I grabbed the pole with one of my arms to like do a spin, and I put a bit of weight on my one arm and I felt it in my boob, so I immediately let go. It's just, you can't do any upper body things, unfortunately, for at least the first couple of months. So you do have to be very, very aware that yes, you do feel good and your boobs feel fine, but you can't put any stress on your upper body because your boobs are trying to attach and become a part of your body, essentially. Regarding nipple sensitivity or anything that way, I, in my last vlog, told you guys that my nipples felt a little bit numb and like they didn't feel like mine. They still feel a little bit sensitive, and at times they can feel a little bit numb, but it's nothing like they used to be. They act, I guess, just like a regular nipple. When it's cold, they get hard, you know, stuff like that. Other than that, I didn't really notice that much of a size change. Of course, when you do get your boobs done and you have something stretching your skin out, your nipples can increase in size a little bit, but I honestly didn't really notice that big of a size difference, and I had pretty small nipples to begin with anyway, so it wasn't like you had a big nipple afterwards, so I'm not really concerned with that, although I do know girls that have had their nipples stretch quite a bit from getting really, really big implants, so that is something that you do have to be aware of when you do get a bigger size. As for how it's been affecting my back or anything like that, I haven't had any back issues. I haven't seen any difference in like the weight on my front. I don't feel like my front is heavier. The only thing that I do notice, and I had said this before in a video, when I go to like itch my nose or something, I used to just like put my hand up and now it keeps smacking into my boob, or like you'll reach for something and it hits the top of your boob, and that's a little bit awkward. But other than that, like, they don't feel any heavier really than my boobs did previously. I don't know, I feel like I'm pretty in tune with my body and I don't really see that much of a difference with any weight. I would definitely assume that a real D cup would probably be quite a bit heavier than implant D cup, because this doesn't feel heavy at all. After my 1-month doctor visit, I was told that I could start massaging my implants. Now, every doctor is going to be different with massaging. Some doctors tell you pretty much a week prior. Like, I know in Thailand, if you go to Thailand, lots of the doctors tell you when you go in for your 1-week checkup just before you go home that you can start massaging. But when I went in for my 1-week checkup, they told me to not massage for the sake of most people are too sore at that stage. Personally, I wasn't. I felt that it was quite easy and it didn't hurt me at all to do the massages. but a lot of girls found it to be difficult, so they said just wait until the 1 month checkup. And so now I have been massaging daily. They didn't give me a specific time, like you have to massage for 30 minutes a day. Like they didn't say that. They just said whatever you do for massaging, make sure you do it evenly. So if you're massaging and doing like, you grab your breast at the top and you kind of pull and push, and the point is to make the implant push downwards. And same on the other side. Just make sure that if you do one on one side, do one on the other, and vice versa. That was the only thing that they told me. If you have really small hands, or if you got really, really big implants, you can also kind of do it with two and just push the implant down and push it down. Like if I was wearing a bathing suit, you can almost see like the boob literally dropping down and dropping down when I'm pressing. But you grab the entire top of the implant when you do that, and you can definitely feel it kind of push down and a little bit of pressure on the bottom of your underboob when you do that. I will say though that my boobs don't do the real boob jiggle. Well, I guess not real boob. Every boob, if you have boobs, are real boobs, but like the natural breast jiggle, you know what I mean? Like when you shake like this, or when you jump up and down, like they bounce. These kind of just stay put for now. But again, like they're still so new that I didn't really expect them to act like kind of a natural breast yet anyway. I thought that it'd probably be at least 3 to 6 months before they started acting like that, and it kind of looks like it's going to be like that. They do feel, like I said, very squishy and very movable, and they feel fine, but they don't move like a natural breast would yet. Last but not least, I want to talk about my scarring, and I know a lot of you were asking me about this and what does it look like and how does it feel and stuff like that. Typically I scar quite heavily, and compared to a lot of my friends that have got implants, I thought that I would have really, really bad scars, and then I show mine and they're nothing compared to my friends. Like a lot of them have a lot worse scarring or a lot bigger scars than I do, so I was really thankful for that and quite surprised, to be honest. Essentially, after surgery, they put on a little piece of surgical tape, and it stayed like that until my 1 week checkup. They changed the dressings, and then I had to keep that surgical tape on until my 1 month checkup. And at the 1 month checkup, they took it off, and they told me that I was allowed to put on like a scarring cream and stuff like that. And what I've chose to put on my scars is bio oil. And I've heard obviously a lot of good things about bio oil. That's why I chose to use it. And I feel like it does make my scars feel a lot less prominent, and I've only been using this for probably about 2 weeks now. I've been using it morning and night, and I've been putting it on and I've just been rubbing it underneath for probably about 30 seconds and just like massaging it into the scar. I did take some photos right after my bandages were taken off so that I could compare how well the bio oil has worked. I obviously can see a little bit of a change right now, but not significantly enough that I would want to show you guys. It'll probably be at like the 3 month mark where I'll go, hey, check out this picture compared to this picture. It actually does work, or it actually doesn't, but cross my fingers that it does work. So yeah, keep an eye out for those pictures in future update videos. But I will do a close-up and show you my scars right now. My scars are sitting right underneath. I'm like leaning back to show you. Sitting right underneath in the folds of my boobs. So they're about just over 1 inch long. They're a little bit red still, and they're a tiny bit raised. If I run my finger over it, I can still feel a little bit of the dissolvable stitches. They're not completely gone yet. So that's what they look like. And if I'm standing straight up and down, you can't really see, and when my boobs drop even more, like if they if they fully drop, I'm trying to not flash you, but if they fully drop, they'll sit even more in the fold and you won't be able to see them at all. So yeah, that is what they look like. So that was my boob update for you guys. I hope that you found it informative, and do remember, if you do have any questions that I haven't previously answered in my last couple of boob videos, feel free to ask down below. I have no problem answering any of your questions. I think that it is really important for women to stick together and help each other out in situations that are kind of socially taboo, because unfortunately, bodies are taboo, and that sucks, and it shouldn't be that way, so I want to kind of bridge that gap for you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget, all my links are down below, and I am going to be posting a follow me around either tomorrow or the next day of my last couple of days of adventuring and some vegan meals and stuff like that. So I will talk to you really soon. Bye!